Professional athletes dream of two things. They dream of success in their sport, and they also dream of getting a sweet endorsement deal. Well, Nike is the leading sports brand in the United States, and many successful athletes have signed contracts with Nike, including Cristiano Ronaldo, Tiger Woods, LeBron James, and Kevin Durant. Some of these athletes signed a lifetime contract. Not only is the Nike endorsement great for their career, but it's also great for their bank accounts. Steph Curry is one of the top NBA players in the league, and he was offered an endorsement deal with Nike. It would have set him up for life, but he rejected the offer. Why? Well, for Nike, signing Steph Curry was a no-brainer. There was a few reasons why he would have been great for their brand. First, he had a familial connection to Nike. His godfather, Greg Brink, worked for Nike. Also, Steph was a huge fan of Nike. During his college career, he wore only Nike sneakers. When he was drafted 7th overall, it was an excellent idea for Nike to offer Steph a deal. Nike was sure that it'd be great for them to have Steph wearing their shoes when he began his NBA career, and they also thought Steph would be more than eager for the endorsement. Nike's the leading sports brand in the United States, for a good reason. They know what they're doing. Also, they know talent when they see it. Nike offered Steph a 4-year deal that would last until 2013. The year he was offered the deal, Curry set the NBA on fire. During a game at Madison Square Garden, Curry scored a staggering 54 points. He also set the single-season record for three-pointers that same year. It was clear Curry was a superstar, and he was wearing Nike shoes the entire time. When Steph's contract with Nike came to an end, he could start considering offers from other brands. Nike was allowed to match any offer that Curry was considering. Nike did not want to lose him, so the management team set up a meeting with Curry and his father, former NBA player Del Curry. The meeting was held at the Oakland Marriott, which was the same building where the Warriors practiced. For Curry, the whole meeting was kind of a bit awkward. He was going to sit down and listen to a pitch from a brand that he had already signed with. When Nike chooses the players that they want to endorse the brand, they choose and rank the players based on tiers. The company's top-tier players include LeBron James, the late Kobe Bryant, and Kevin Durant. Right when the meeting began, Curry and his father realized that they didn't consider Steph to be a top-tier player, at least not yet. They also made it clear that Nike didn't expect him ever to be a top-tier player. Well, that actually upset Curry. It was a red flag since he'd been signed with Nike for years. As if it weren't bad enough that Nike wasn't treating Curry like a top-tier player, the presentation itself was disappointing. After hearing the presentation, Curry realized that he was actually an afterthought in Nike's plans. They already had 3 big stars signed, which means that they didn't even have a free spot for Curry. Just a few minutes into the meeting, the Nike rep did something that Steph and Del will never forget. They mispronounced his name. Rather than calling him Stephen, they called him Stephon. And to make matters even worse, none of the Nike reps at the meeting did anything to correct the man who made the mistake. As the meeting went on, Curry realized Nike was undervaluing him as a player. They chose younger, less experienced players such as Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving for youth development camps. Helping young players develop their skills was very important to Steph. He wanted to help the younger players, and he wasn't being given an opportunity to do so. He wanted the chance to give back to the kids in his community, and Nike was giving this opportunity to more inexperienced players. Now, anyone who has ever given an oral presentation before, you know it's essential that you check your facts first. Nike apparently didn't have enough respect to double-check the pronunciation of the person's name, the person that they wanted to spend millions for an endorsement. How does that happen? Also, during their PowerPoint presentation, Steph saw that Kevin Durant's name was on the slide that they presented to him, not his name. They didn't even bother to take the time to change the name on the slide before making the presentation. When Nike offered Steph a $2.5 million contract, he turned it down. He knew that he was worth more money than that, and he deserved a lot more respect than that. Steph and his father told Nike to pound sand. After the meeting, Del encouraged his son to think outside the box. Curry was no stranger to people overlooking him and underestimating him. When he finished college, he wasn't recruited, and analysts didn't give him much respect. Well, that meant he had to fight for respect. He was going to do the same thing with his endorsement deal. Nike may have undervalued him, underestimated him, but Under Armour didn't. The popular sports company Under Armour wanted to take a chance on Curry. It was a risk because by that point Curry had not made it to the playoffs during the previous 3 seasons. Also, he only played in 26 games the year before because of an injury. Unfortunately, Steph was prone to injuries. Under Armour still took a chance on him, though, and offered him a $4 million contract. Nike still had the right, though, to match that offer. Well, after thinking about Under Armour's offer, Nike decided to decline matching it. They didn't think he was worth matching the $4 million offer, which proved even further Nike didn't actually value Curry. At the time, they didn't know that it would be one of the biggest marketing mistakes in sports history. It wasn't long after he signed with Under Armour that Curry became an NBA champion and one of the most liked players in the league. When Curry signed with Under Armour, their stocks increased significantly. It rose from $47 a share to $120 a share. He managed to increase the worth of the brand from $14 billion to $28 billion in just a few years. He doubled the worth of Under Armour. When Curry's contract ended, Under Armour did not make the same mistake Nike did. They knew $4 million would not be enough to keep Curry, so they offered him what he was worth, and it was a deal that he just couldn't turn down. When Steph signed with Under Armour again, they became the second biggest athletic brand in the industry. After Curry signed, other popular athletes followed suit, including MLB's Bryce Harper and Jordan Spieth. To make things even better for Under Armour, they signed a 10-year contract with the MLB, which begins this year. They'll be the sole supplier of the on-field uniforms for the MLB. The company understood all the great things that were happening to them started with Steph Curry. Under Armour understood his worth, so they offered Curry an extended contract that would last until the year 2024, and it also came with some serious perks. The company offered him part ownership in the company. Well, that's something that Nike and Adidas never did for any of their athletes. Thanks to the deal with the MLB, Curry's contract could become worth over $1 billion. Under Armour took a chance on Curry, and obviously it was the right thing to do. Today, Curry's signature shoe is the second highest-selling shoe, right after Air Jordans. His shoe is more popular than Kobe's, Durant's, or LeBron's, who Nike considered top-tier players. Curry is now known as the $14 billion man, and Nike passed him up by giving him a subpar presentation and offering Curry much less than he was worth, and, of course, mispronouncing his name. Steph has a young daughter named Riley, and when he was trying to decide which company to sign with, he put 3 brands in front of his daughter. She tossed the Nike and the Adidas shoes over her shoulder, and she brought the Under Armour shoes to her father. He felt that Under Armour was the best choice, and his daughter Riley proved it even more. Nike lost out on a lot of money and also a great relationship with a wonderful and loved player. If Nike were smart, they would fire whoever this person was that was responsible for making Curry this undervalued offer. They might also want to either fire or re-educate the person who created that PowerPoint presentation. These people are responsible for bringing in talent and money. Since they were unable to deliver, Nike might want to rethink who they put in front of professional athletes to make a pitch in the future. Curry couldn't be happier with his deal with Under Armour, and Nike's always going to live to regret the embarrassment of letting go of one of the best and most liked players in the NBA. Take that, Nike! Subscribe for more.